Suicide's a sensitive topic by definition, we know that.
As a journalist, as a producer, I know that suicide's something we don't like to cover, we don't want to cover.
I worked at the LA Times for my whole career. I helped write guidelines for the newsroom on every topic. Suicide's not mentioned in the guidelines. It's sort of tradition that we, as journalists, tend not to cover that.
We don't necessarily have a concrete, set in stone suicide policy right now, but we defer most of the time to the Associated Press's policies. So AP Style says, generally you don't really cover suicides unless it's a huge suicide, someone who is a big public figure, a celebrity, a president, so on and so forth.
We don't want to normalize it at all. We don't want to normalize suicide. There's sort of this idea of this suicide contagion.
We decided to cover this story specifically because we believe that this event was kind of publicly disruptive in a way. So essentially what that means is just like, everywhere you went on campus, students were talking about this. I went to class and I heard about it.
It became well known quickly that someone had died in this one dormitory.
Some people were saying, or just asking rather, did someone kill her? What happened in that apartment? What happened in that dorm? Yada, yada.
There was a lot of police activity outside the dorm where she died. And so initially, it was scary, I think, for students and everyone around.
And so we thought we had a responsibility to go in and cover that story and clear up some of the misconceptions.
It's what would the audience expect of our coverage? What would the audience benefit from knowing?
There were a lot of ethical dilemmas that we kind of had to consider.
Certainly the circumstances, the details are not something that you want to get into. The details of how or where or even sometimes who found the person is just, I don't know, it's hard.
And we were wondering, is it absolutely necessary that we name this person? And ultimately we said no, I don't think it's necessary that we name this person.
Certainly avoid the word commit suicide, even taking your life. Those phrases and expressions sort of impose blame on the person.
A death on campus, on a college campus, is a huge deal, regardless of how it happens.
So I think you really want to be selective, and you really have to think about what's the value for our audience, for our viewers, for our community by doing that story.